Oh, I am serious as a heart attack. I mean, you might as well have a heart attack. I mean, jeez. It hasn't quit snowing, seriously, since our last podcast, last Monday. I'm serious. I mean, sure, we've had a couple hours here and there. Had some sun the other day. Sunday, we had sun yesterday, but it snowed like all, yeah. So, I mean, I got like piles, like 6, 7, 8 feet in the yard from the driveway and the sidewalk. Yeah. Yeah. Just everywhere. I mean, sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do. There ain't no cure for the wintertime blues. Gotcha in the wintertime, didn't I? I mean, seriously. How many freaking snowmen can you build? I mean, the kids are all like, Daddy, let's get to build snowmen. It's snowing, You're out there building snowmen. The snowman keeps, you're building snowmen. The snow keeps coming down. Kids are out there. Let's build them. Pretty soon you can't find the kids. Kids are lost. There's an army of snowmen that are attacking the neighbors. All of a sudden, we've declared nuclear snowball fights. I mean, man, it is just. We need the weather, then there's those people. Well, we need the moisture. Can't find your car, you can't find your kids. It's been snowing on and off and on this morning. I mean, come on. What is it? Throw it up there. It is 0. It is 0. Is that even a temperature? It's not. It's like nothing. It's not 10 below. It's not 30 above. It's 0. It's nothing. We have nothing out there right now. And it looks like nothing is the warmest it's going to get, Andy. It is the warmest it's going to get this February 10th. What are we looking at tonight? 15. Niner below 0 tonight. February in Montana. What did you expect? Okay? Jeez. All right, Andy, before we get any further, I know the drill, let's give me a like. Right down here, there's the little thumbs up, thumbs down, right around there. Give us a thumbs up this morning. Okay? And don't forget to subscribe right down there in the left button. Subscribe to this channel so you will get all the notifications of great entertainment that always comes every Monday morning, and assorted different videos highlighting the community and comedy sketch. Plus, you got a chance to win fabulous prizes. What? Not fabulous prizes. What are they? Prizes have been, they're not so fabulous. They've been downgraded from that. What are they? They are mediocre. If even that. So, subscribe and you can have a chance to win mediocre prizes. Even if that. Oy vey. Where's my prop here this Monday morning? Where's yesterday's Great Falls Gazette? Right here. And as always, this program is brought to you in part by our friends and neighbors right down the hallway at the Great Falls Gazette. So you go out the door, you go down the hall, go down one flight of stairs, and they're 3 doors down. Okay? They're small town local paper. Local people reporting on local stories. Okay? Much better than the rag we used to have here in town, which will rename nameless. Here's your front cover of the Sunday Gazette, bookstore, Christian bookstore, Holiday Village, Cascade Chargers are bringing rugby into town. Lots going on. You see, I'm not on the cover, and if I was, I'm going to buy 5 copies for my mother if I was on the cover of it, and I'm going to see my smiling face on the cover of the Great Falls Gazette. More like we're going to be on the back page. On the back page. That's America's Most Wanted. And isn't that your girlfriend here? Right here up there? Sherry White? That Kathleen? That's your, isn't that? No, it's not. Okay. I wonder if she's single. Valentine's Day is coming up. She's on the run, yeah. We're taking on the run, baby. Get your copy today. Comes out every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I swear that was your girlfriend on there. Oh, yeah. Go on, take the money and run. Ooh, yeah. Billy Mack was a detective down in Texas. What? Steve Miller Band. Take the money and run. Well, that's what she is. So what? It's Monday. It is February 10th on a frigid February morning. Glad to have everybody here. Okay? It's Valentine's Day this week, this Friday. No plans. Andy, I have no plans. None. Well, no, that's a lie. I'm going to stand out the side of the Montana Club here in town and yell at couples going into dinner, so this is where you are. So this is where you went tonight when you said you were. So this is what's going on. And the funny thing is, you know, if you're going to yell it at a couple, the people that are watching, they wouldn't know if you were talking. They don't know if you're talking to, you know, her or him. Well, go out and embarrass people. Yeah, stand out in front of the Montana Club or any other great Dante's or any of the other great restaurants here in town and just yell at couples. So this is where you are tonight. I thought you said we didn't, you know, yeah, really put couples on the spot. You know, I don't have a planned one. Maybe Christina Ricci is free. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice if, yeah, if we were older and yeah. So, where are we going this morning? 29 years ago. We're going back 29 years this morning. Last Thursday. It was cold that day. It was like it is now. It was cold and it was snowing. It was February in Montana. It was February 6th in Montana in 1996. I remember this well, actually. Very well. This was the last time on that day. That was last Thursday. It's not a mystery, Annie. It is, but it's not. Okay? Anyway, last time anyone saw Zachary Ramsey alive. He left his apartment. The apartments buildings were they're the Johnson apartments, I believe. Yeah, they're down on the corner of 4th and 4th North. Yeah, I used to date a girl that lived there, right there in the Johnson apartments. Right, it's corner 4th and 4th, right there by Gibson Park. Right. Anyway, excuse me. Anyway, as I said, Zachary, in the morning, he left his apartment where he shared with his mom and family. Dad wasn't there. Dad was divorced in Germany. Right. Dad's from Germany, Air Force. Mom's got the kids. They're living in the Johnson apartments. Zachary Ramsey leaves, headed to Whittier School, which is like 5 blocks up on, is it 8th? Okay. 8th, that's 4 blocks, 5 blocks up, 4 blocks up. He left the house at 7:30 in the morning, okay? Anyway, I said, like, he was headed to Whittier School, right, at 7:30. Now, witnesses had spotted him a block away by North 5th Avenue, North Street, so it goes 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Okay, street. He's headed up the alley. So a witness seen him by North 5th Street, and another witness spotted him crossing North 6th Street from the alley, alley to alley, running down the alleys. Creepy alleys. I've been down them. Yeah, just a weird vibe there. Yeah, I walked there last fall just to scope it out. Was interested in the case then too. But he was seen crossing 6th Street at around 7:45. In all sightings, in those sightings, there was a white 4-door, smaller sedan seen with a large gentleman in the driving. Okay. Witnesses also say in this that Zachary Ramsey appeared to be upset when they saw him going from, and he's, like I said, he's going from the 4th Street. He took the alley. The alley runs right up to Whittier School. Right, runs right up to Whittier School. The alley runs east. I'm thinking? Yeah. Okay. So he appeared to be crying. Okay, that morning he appeared to be upset. He would appear to be crying. Like I said, he was also being followed by a large man. Go figure, right? This will come into a play here right in a minute, but who also seemed to be upset too. He was like angry and kids crying and people are seeing this, okay? School officials contacted Zach's mother when he failed to show up for school. School, starts at 8? Okay. And missing persons report was filed later that very afternoon. Okay, very suspicious circumstances. Dad's in Germany, mom's at home. You're going to rule them out right away. Okay. Like I said, Zachary's never been heard of. We've never found any DNA, never bones, no clothes, no bodies, nothing. No, nothing. Well, of course it was Bar Jonah. Of course it was. That's a no-brainer. Nathaniel Bar Jonah was born in Massachusetts, wasn't he? Yep. And he had problems. That's an understatement. It's like, I'm a problem child, boom. I'm a problem child, yeah. Yeah, he had problems, all right. Gee. 7 years old. That's the first thing that we got on him. 7 years old. He tried to strangle a 5-year-old neighbor girl. He's only 7. Oh, he's big, heavy, obese. Mom and Dad did not know how to control him, did not know how to keep him quiet. He cried, so they used food. He was so big, as a baby, he had hardly any muscle tone. Couldn't get around. Big guy. A beast. Yeah. Okay. Tried to strangle, but anyway, like he's 7 trying to strangle a 5-year-old girl. I mean, come on. Come on. Jeez, At 15, Nathan, we'll just call him Bar Jonah from now on, Bar Jonah. He was 15 years old, trying to entice money to a cemetery. Yeah, let's go meet Bar Jonah in a cemetery. That seems like a good idea. 17, he impersonated a police officer. He impersonated a police officer at 17. He's got a little uniform and a little fake badge and all this fake little stuff. And, back then people are like, oh, it's a cop, Innocent more days back then, yeah. In the 70s, we were a little more innocent, yeah. Yeah, so he abducted an 8-year-old, Richard Connor. Richard was on his way to school. Yeah. He choked the guy, sexually assaulted the kid. Now, while he was on probation for the Connor assault that we did, he's on probation. He abducts Richard Connor on his way to school, chokes him, severely sexually assaults him, and now he's on probation for that. Okay. He abducted, was seen throwing a 9-year-old girl out of his car. She was all beat up and sick, bloody. Yeah, nothing happened. No, he just stayed on probation. Yeah. September of 1977, Bar Jonah again, claiming to be an FBI agent this time. Cop, FBI agent, coming out of the movie theater, got 2 boys coming out of a movie theater, drove them up to a secluded area, handcuffed them, tortured them. He left one, he jumped up and down on him, jumping up and down, and I told you he's a big man. He thought he killed him, so he left him for dead, threw the other guy in the trunk. He was arrested again and convicted of attempted murder. He was given 20 years sentence, Massachusetts State Prison. But, there's always a but, isn't there? But he was transferred to Bridgewater State Mental Hospital because he was always sharing sexual, violent fantasies and stuff with his psychologist, with his cell people partners, and people were just like, dude, you are some sick unit. So they send him to a mental institution. He's there, he does the whole mental institution trip. A psychologist at the mental institution testified he was no longer a threat, and Bar Jonah was released from the mental institution in July of 1991. So he had 13 on a 20-year, be a bit. Most of it in a mental institution. So on August 9th, 91, that's just like a month after being released, a month. Month after being released, Bar Jonah, he tried to kill a tried to kill a 7-year-old boy, allegedly tried to kill a 7-year-old boy sitting in the car waiting for his parents. He got in the car and was like trying to smother him and laying on him, and he was like 500 pounds, a big guy, and he admitted that he wanted to hurt him. For this transgression, he was given 2 years suspended sentence and agreed to move to Great Falls, Montana, to live with his mother. Great. So what Massachusetts does is it's like, all right, we got a sexual violent predator that we've got numerous cases, documentation, charges, been to jail, been to prison, been to mental institutions. Let's just send him to Great Falls, Montana. Live with his mom. Like I said, Zachary Ramsey, let's bring him to Montana. That's a good idea. Thanks, Massachusetts. Thanks a lot. So, like I said now, wait a minute. Get back to Zachary. Zachary, like I said, he disappeared February 6th. We haven't had hide nor hair of him since, okay? But on December 13th of 99, I'm jumping 3 years later for a reason. Bar Jonah. Of course we're going back to Bar Jonah. Bar Jonah was seen at a local elementary school here in Great Falls. What school was it? Morningside? No. Was it? Mountain View. Morningside. What school was it? Can you find that? Try to find that for me? I think it was one of those two. I wasn't sure. But he was found for the third time. They've called into him for the third time at this school. He was dressed as law enforcement again, doing all that. July of 2000, he was charged with kidnapping and sexual assault of three local boys and the murder of Zachary Ramsey. Okay? They had pictured evidence. They had verbal evidence. They found harnesses when they restraint devices when they searched Bar Jonah's house. This was all after the disappearance of Zach. Okay. Now he was convicted of all the crimes, of the sexual assault, and kidnapping of the 3 local boys. He was convicted of those, but he was not convicted of the murder of Zachary Ramsey. And that was due to his mother's testimony for the defense. Basically, she couldn't handle it, the thought of him eating her son or killing her son. She said, well, maybe he's alive and living in Germany, and reasonable doubt. Okay, but he was convicted for the sexual assault, kidnapping, 130 years. Of course he killed Zachary Ramsey. Yes, he did. Former roommate, all right, this is why I'm saying, of course, because, first of all, any law enforcement agent that I've talked to in Great Falls, and I know both of the chief investigators on this case, and I've talked to them over the years, just in passing about the case, and it's no question in either one of their minds. And I haven't been given permission to mention these officers, but they know who they are. They know that I'm talking about them. And both of them said, Bar Jonah did it. Former roommate of Bar Jonah's described finding children's clothes in the apartment, the dirty, bloody clothes, which matched those of Ramsey's when Zach Ramsey disappeared. So we got that, okay? that same roommate said that the same roommate said that Bar Jonah would always brag that he hunted Zach down, that he chopped him up, that he won't be found again. He was almost like bragging to this guy that, and he's like, yeah, well, there's his clothes. And then the roommate said the clothes just seemed to go along, disappear. Former residents that he lived in an apartment building, mom's house, I think we'll cover it, but they had to have the pipes all replaced because they were always clogged. Okay, if you've watched any kind of murder mysteries on serial killers, they chopping bodies, throwing them down the toilet, clogging pipes. It's serial killer 101. I mean, come on. Okay? Bar Jonah definitely fits the case of serial killer. The girl in Wyoming, the girl in Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Montana. Okay, Bar Jonah not only was Bar Jonah but Bar Jonah, not only was he a known child killer, but a cannibal too. He used to eat his own flesh. Yeah, yes, I found that hard, man. Like, you used to eat his own flesh. I looked that up. I was like, holy man. Okay? Now, at the time that Zachary Ramsey disappeared, financial records of Bar Jonah hadn't had any major grocery purchases in nearly a month after Zach Ramsey disappeared. Now, of course, he could have been using cash, but his credit cards and checkbook show no major grocery purchases. But, yeah, this is the weird part. If it isn't all weird already, handcuffs, tortures, now we're getting a little weirder. But after Zachary's disappearance, Bar Jonah began to hold cookouts, barbecues, okay, in which he served like burgers, spaghetti, chili, meat pies, casseroles to all the guests because they were in public cookouts, and a number of people would always complain that the meat had a weird taste, it's a funny taste. And Bar Jonah would reply, well, he wanted, he got it deer hunting, and he got a deer, and he dressed it himself and processed the meat. Problem is that he couldn't have a rifle. Okay, didn't have a rifle, couldn't have a rifle, and he didn't have a hunting license. So, search warrants after his arrest found a list of 54 boys in a book called Lake Webster. 3 of the names were kids that they knew that he had molested earlier, and in the book was Zachary Ramsey, and the word D-I-E-D, died, the bold print was right next to it. Also, they found a recipe book with titles, recipes like Little Boy Pot Pie, French Fried Kid, and Barbecue Some Young Guy. It's almost like a fat. I don't think there's any question that Bar Jonah did it. He was seen in the alleyway around the 6th North in a white four-door sedan, which was seen, on the morning of Zach's disappearance, with Bar Jonah in it, and it was determined after the fact that Bar Jonah had access to his mother's, a 1978 off-white Toyota Corolla four-door the day Zach disappeared. Yeah, Bar Jonah's mom and brother were out of town, the house was empty, and Bar Jonah had the car. Isn't that convenient? like I said, I've walked down the alley. There's a lot of places to hide. There's no question in my mind what happened, went down that morning. You know, they searched his house. They searched his mom's house. You know, they searched other previous residents. They dug up a garage, found up 21 bone fragments and hair samples, not from the same person, but not of Zachary Ramsey's. So say they found bones, they found hair that didn't belong to each other, but they weren't Zach's either. Who the heck were they? He wasn't convicted of, Bar Jonah was never convicted of Zach's murder. He was never convicted. Zach's body was never found. I mean, poor mom. Can you imagine? You know, like I said earlier, you know, the only reason that Bar Jonah was not convicted because they had evidence. I think it was a lot of circumstantial evidence, but even circumstantial with Bar Jonah's background, with his history, with his track record, it was pretty evident that he did it. And everybody that I've talked to said that he did do it. He wasn't convicted because mom didn't want to come to terms with her boy being, you know, chopped up and eaten. And so she just said, you know, yeah. She said, I think he's alive, I think he's in Germany, and I think Dad kidnapped him, and somebody said something, and my psychic said, yeah, I could only imagine having your kid gone, and you know, all evidence points to the guy. He died 51 years old. In Montana State Prison. He died of heart failure because he was obese, basically. So he went to his grave. We'll never know. Yeah, what a creepy February story. Just 29 years ago, that was going on right now today. We were all like, what the hell? As I was working at the group homes at that time. Yeah. We were all like, where the heck could he have gone? So, man, a February mystery, murder mystery that's, you know, he was never convicted. Body was never found. So is it a murder mystery or is it just one of those creepy Montana Great Falls? Yeah. What a weird Great Falls event, huh, Andy? Man. All right. Andy, you're giving me the high side. So, everybody, please remember, spay and neuter. Adopt, don't shop, foster, rescue, and volunteer. Hey, everybody, adopt a shelter pet today. It is going to be cold all week. Stay warm. Andy, we're out of here. We're out of here.